Hi, hello, welcome to my channel. Today in this video we are going to learn about the respiratory volumes and capacities from the mechanism of breathing. What are the respiratory volumes and capacities we are going to learn? Tidal volume, inspiratory reserve volume, expiratory reserve volume, residual volume, inspiratory capacity and expiratory capacity, functional residual capacity, vital capacity and total lung capacity. Right, first one is the tidal volume. What is tidal volume? Generally, whenever we inhale or exhale, the volume of inspire or expired during a normal respiration. So whenever we inhale or exhale during a normal respiration, that volume, that air volume is nothing but the tidal volume. This tidal volume generally in for one inhalation or for one exhalation, that is 500 ml. So for 1 minute, it could be 6000 to 8000 ml. Okay, in this graph, we can observe the tidal volume. This is the tidal volume. Look at this. So this is the tidal volume. This line to this line in this graph. So we can observe the tidal volume. That is the 500 ml. It represents or indicates what? Tidal volume. This area. Okay, from this line to this line, it indicates what? Tidal volume area. Okay, means 500 ml. Okay, now inspiratory reserve volume. Inspiratory reserve volume means what? IRV means what? Additional volume of air that can inspire by forceful inspiration. Generally, we can inhale 500 ml in one inhalation. Yes or no? So, but forceful, if we inhale forcefully, apart from this 500, so if we inhale forcefully, then we can inhale how much? 2500 to 3000 ml of air. Okay, so this apart from this 500, remaining 2500 to 3000 ml of air is there, so which we can inhale forcefully. This is called inspiratory reserve volume or IRV. Okay, apart from the 500 ml means we are not including the tidal volume here, only the forceful inspiration. At the time of forceful inspiration, we can inhale only 2500 to 3000 ml. That we have to remember. So what is the tidal volume? 500 ml. What is the inspiratory reserve volume? 2500 to 3000 ml. Okay, right. Now come to the 1 minute. See, look at this area. This area from here to here, from year to year, this area represents what? This area represents what? Year to year represents IRV. Okay, 2500 to 3000 ml. This area represents 2500 to 3000 ml of air, means IRV. Okay, this is the 500 ml. This is the 2005 to 3000 ml. Okay, now come to the expiratory reserve volume. Expiratory reserve volume means additional volume of air that can expire by forceful expiration. How much we can exhale? Generally, in the normal conditions, we can exhale 500 ml. But whenever forcefully we want to exhale or expire, then what happens? Additional volume of air that we can expire, that is 1000 to 1100 ml. Okay, generally we can exhale 500 ml, but forcefully if we want to exhale, then we can exhale 1000 to 1100 ml. Right, where this expiratory reserve volume indicated from between these two lines, this line and this line. This is the expiratory reserve volume. Okay, how much expiratory reserve volume? It represents 1000 to 1100 ml. Okay, okay. Next, residual volume. What is residual volume? Volume of air remaining in lungs after forcible expiration. So generally we can exhale 500 ml, but we want to exhale forcefully, even though after expiring forcefully, means we are exhaling forcefully, even though somewhat air is remained in the lungs. So that is 1100 to 1200 ml. Volume of air which is left or remain in the lungs after forceful expiration is called what? Residual volume. That is 1100 to 1200 ml. Where we can represent this in this graph. Look at this. This line and this line, between these two lines. So we are representing the RV. Okay, residual volume. How much residual volume? This represents 1100 to 1200 ml. Okay, now come to the next capacity. Now we are going to see the inspiratory capacity. Up to now we have seen the volumes. Look at this. First one is the tidal volume. Second one is the inspiratory reserve volume, then expiratory reserve volume, now residual volume. Now we are going to see the inspiratory capacity. Volume and capacity both are different. Okay, what is capacity? Total volume of air inspired after normal expiration. Total volume of air inspired after normal expiration. Generally, when we normally exhale, after normal exhalation, how much air we can inhale? Means normally we can inhale 500 and forcefully we can inhale 2500 to 3000. Okay, 2500 to 3000. So means TV is the 500, IRV is the 2500 to 3000. So means TV plus IRV together called what? TV plus tidal volume plus inspiratory reserve volume together called inspiratory capacity. Look at this. Look at this. This is the tidal volume. Okay, this is the inspiratory volume. So means from this line to this line graph indicates what? From just a moment. So from here, from this line to this line, okay, this is the inspiratory reserve volume. This indicates IRV. This indicates what? Tidal volume. Tidal volume. This tidal volume plus this IRV together called what? This together called inspiratory capacity. What is the inspiratory capacity? We know tidal volume is the 500 ml, right? This is the 500 ml. Then what is the IRV? 2000 to 2005 sorry 2500 to 3000 ml. So means it may be 3000 total inspiratory capacity may be to 3000 to 3500 ml, right? It is about 3000 to 3500 ml. Means what is inspiratory capacity? Inspiratory capacity means tidal volume means normal inhalation plus forceful inhalation together called inspiratory capacity. Very simple. Okay, this is the IRV, this is the TV, both together called what? Inspiratory capacity. Okay, now what is expiratory capacity? Total volume of air expired after a normal inspiration. When we inhale normally 500 ml we can inhale, but after inhaling normally, if we are trying to exhale total volume of air, so then that is called what? Expiratory capacity. How much we can exhale? Means tidal volume is the TV plus forceful expiration is the ERV. These together called force exhalation, normal exhalation and forceful exhalation together called what? Expiratory capacity, right? That is a 1500 to 1600 ml. Look at this. We know tidal volume or exhalation. This is the 500 ml, and we are indicating the ERV here. Between these two lines we are indicating the ERV. This is the ERV, right? So means this one plus this one, these two together called what? These two lines, okay, together called what? Indicating expiratory capacity, that is 1500 to 1600 ml. Why? Because we know already this is the 1500, and what is this? This is the 1000 to expiratory capacity is the 1000 to 1100, right? Sorry, 1000 ml. 1000 ml means what? 1000, 1500, 1000 to 1100. Yes, means how much this is? 1000 plus 500 or 1100 plus 500 equal to 1500. 1500 to 1600. Yes, 1500 to 1600 is the expiratory capacity. Okay. Now what is the functional residual capacity? Volume of air remaining in the lungs after a normal expiration. So whenever we exhale after normal expiration, what happens? Somewhat air will be left in the lungs. That is called functional residual capacity. That is expiratory reserve volume plus residual volume together called functional residual. Expiratory reserve volume means what? Forceful expiration. Residual volume means how much is remain in the lung. These together called what? Functional residual volume. Look at this functional residual capacity. Here this is the functional, from this line to up to complete down line indicates what? Functional residual capacity, FRC. Okay, here this line to this line indicates what? ERV. Then down lines indicates what? RV, residual volume. So that is why ear to ear. Okay, from ear to ear, this is the FRV. Look at this. This is the FRV. Okay, what is the FRV? 2100 to 2300 ml. Okay, now come to the vital capacity. Vital capacity, we see volume of the air that can breathe in after forced expiration, or volume of air that can breathe out after a forced expiration. Volume of air that can breathe in after a forced expiration, or volume of air that can breathe out after a forced inspiration. This is okay. So is called what? Vital capacity. ERV, forceful expiration, forceful inspiration plus TV together called what? Vital capacity. So this ear to ear and ear to ear plus ear to ear means from here to here, this area is nothing but what? Vital capacity. ERV plus TV plus ERV plus TV plus IRV. How much this is? 3500 to 4500 ml. This is, we know already. IRV is the 2000 to 2500 ml. Okay, this is the tidal volume is the 500 ml, and expiratory reserve capacity is the 1000 to 1100 ml. Together how much? 3500 to 4500. Okay, this is vital capacity, right? So now total lung capacity, TLC, total volume of air in the lungs after a maximum inspiration. It is 5000 to 6000 ml. Total volume of air in the lungs after a maximum inspiration. Whenever we can inhale maximum, at that time how much air is present in the lungs is nothing but the total lung capacity. So look at this. Total lung capacity means all IRV, TV, ERV plus RV, all together called what? Total lung capacity, right? So this is about the respiratory volumes and capacities. Now let's try to understand part of respiratory tract not involved in gaseous exchange called dead space. So in the respiratory tract, this is the respiratory tract. Okay, this which area not involves in the exchange of gases? Generally respiratory tract not involves, only the alveoli region only involves. So that is why part of respiratory tract from nostrils to terminal bronchi not involves. So this which area not involves, that area is called dead space. Dead space, how much air it contains? It contains 150 ml. Okay, right. Now respiratory cycle, and is inspiration plus one inspiration plus expiration together called respiratory cycle. Normal respiratory rate 12 to 16 times per a minute. And how can we measure the respiratory rate? With the help of spirometer. Okay, so this is about the respiratory volumes and capacities. If you like my session, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.